poppin' YouTube? It's your boy Wheezy, man. Wheezy Moto. At you with another video, man. We about to go down here. I'm gonna show you Old Louisville. Old Louisville, one of the... It's not the oldest place in America, but it has one of the oldest collections of Victorian homes in America. Victorian homes are like those big old style mansion type homes. It's one of the biggest collections, largest collections. At a certain point in time in Louisville, I don't know who did it, but they figured they needed to preserve them because, you know, you don't want to get rid of that type of history. Those type of homes aren't built every day. So an organization in the city came together to fund what it would take to preserve them and keep them around and rebuild or fix them if anything went wrong, to the point where, you know, the buildings would maintain that look, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're going down here, man. Here you go. Going under the tunnel. You're on Louisville campus right now. Louisville campus. These are the bridges semis always run up under. Fuck they shit up. University of Louisville, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're coming up. I'm gonna go to Central Park, man. I'm gonna show y'all what Central Park looks like. Tell you some history about these Victorian homes. Of course, you can look up the history of Louisville, Kentucky, University of Louisville. A lot of these frat homes and stuff like this over to my left stay in Victorian homes. You know, it's not too far from the history of what Louisville's all about. Ain't too far from the history. They right up on it, you know. Once I get over, I'll tell you about exactly what tell you about what the history is all about. I know a little bit, not a lot. We're still on campus. Campus is huge. We're not gonna sit and bullshit about that. I'm not gonna lie about that. The campus is huge. I don't go here, so I can't really tell you how far it goes, but it's big. And I'm gonna try my best to get to Central Park. I think you go up here to, if I'm not mistaken, we'll see. It's over to the left. It's over to the left. Alright, so we're in Old Louisville, so a lot of these homes have been here for hundreds and hundreds of years. Can't really see them too well, but they've been here for a long time. This area, I don't know exactly how far back, but from was it Magnolia? I don't know how far back from Broadway, which used to be named Prather Street. This all used to be woods. This all used to be hunting land and farmland from a guy, I forgot his name, Cuthard or something like that. Cuthard Bullitt. His last name was Bullitt. But yeah, like these houses right here, you know, all this was farmland. This was not a neighborhood. He had this land, and then I guess people started wanting to live here. You know, they was already here. They was already hunting this land. So what happened was people wanted to stay here. So they was like, well, I'm already here, so I want to stay. I want to build and I want to stay here. So here's Central Park. Central Park's over here to my left. Alright. I want to find somewhere to park. They play tennis over here. I don't know if you can actually see. I can spin right here. I'm gonna go up here and spin around. But well, this is Central Park. I don't know if I can actually drive in there unless I go on the other side. There's something over here that I want to show you. See that tree where people standing at? We're gonna pull over there. I'm gonna get in the shade. Right when I get a chance to turn around, I'll turn around over there. Oh, they turning. It's good. See this tree? Let's get a picture of this tree. It's called the witch's tree. It's fucking crazy. They're looking at me like I'm crazy. Ooh, that's crazy looking, bro. See all them things hanging from it? What happened was, what people do is you can hang things on it and you get good luck. The higher you hang it. The higher you hang your beads or whatever, the better your luck. But it's called the witch's tree. And the thing around it, I'll tell you when I go over here. But thing about the witch's tree is the witches, I didn't want to talk when people was there, but there's some things about the witch's tree people might not know. I'll tell you a little bit. But witch's tree, what happened was there was witches, right? Of course, witch's tree. So there was witches, and they used to come and pray to that tree and do worship things by that tree. And the city or somebody was like, all right, we can't have no witches over here praying by trees and, you know, blah, 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 lack of better words. And they threatened to cut it down. Of course, they said, don't cut it down or we'll put a curse on the city and this, and that, right? Well, some guy, he said, fuck it, I'm doing it. You know, he cut it down because he got sick of it. Cut the tree down. When he cut the tree down, the witches got mad. They said, I'll curse this city. And like, I don't know exactly what they said. It was like the 11th year or something like that. And when the 11th year hit, there was a real bad tornado out here. I don't know exactly when. I'll put it up. I'll do the research and I'll put it up. But that's the story about that tree. What's funny is during that storm or a little bit after that storm, there was a real bad lightning strike right on that spot. Like it hit it, boom. And when it hit right there, the tree was gone. Okay, the curse hit, the tree was gone. Lightning hit that spot. That tree currently that's there right now, the weird looking funny tree, grew back. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. That's the story of the tree. I don't know how true it is because I didn't live back in them days, but that's the story of the witch's tree. I'll put up some pictures and stuff like that to prove kind of what I'm talking about. Central Park, I want to go to the convention center. But Central Park, of course, you know, they built this. This was one of the first parks kind of built back then. If I'm not mistaken, the city leaders and everybody wanted to have parks, you know. All the big cities had parks, you know, and the leaders was like, well, all the other good cities have parks, so why don't we make one? So they made Central Park, you know, trying to keep up with the big cities. And it was a hit. And then they made a place called the Convention Center. I could look that up and take y'all over there, but for the most part, yeah, this is part of where the city started. Now, Broadway and up, I did that on another video about the Whiskey Row and stuff like that. You know, Broadway was Broadway. None of this was even established at the time. It was more of Prather Street, which that's what Broadway used to be called, and up towards the river. And that was it. Everything south of Broadway was woods, farmland, and stuff like that. Okay, now I'm gonna go to St. James. Anyway, St. James was one of the first streets. Like, this was the park. This was one of the first streets. Not the first street, but one of them. One of the first streets that established Louisville. One of the building streets, like they started building, right? Yeah. I don't know for sure. I think if I come across the house, I'll show you the house. And I'll tell you the history about that house. Oh, by the way, too, if it means anything to anybody, this is Jack Harlow's neighborhood. Yeah, Jack Harlow grew up around here. Not this far down, but I'm pretty sure he's been this far down, but he's more east out that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's more east when it comes to where he lived, where he hung out was all of this, you know, all this area right here. It's where he kind of frequented, you know, I'll take you down an alley. Okay, see this house right here? We're gonna stop here. Okay, here we go. See the fountain? You can throw some money in there. See, look at these houses, bro. This is houses. This is not apartment buildings and stuff. What it is now. This is houses. It was houses. There's a pink house down here. I forgot what that pink house was called, but I'll show you. I'll put in there. There's history behind that pink house was built, but this fountain was in somebody's yard. I don't know exactly who. I'll put it up. And it used to be in somebody's yard. Now, these houses, look at that house right there. See that house? See that lady on the porch? These are condos. Very, very expensive condos. Back in the day, that was a house, bro. That was a house. It's been preserved and fixed and fixed and fixed. And yeah, we're gonna go back the other way. I should have just pulled over right there. Well, actually, I can do a little circle, but I'm pretty sure these people don't like me sitting here. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that fountain. We're gonna go around through here. We're gonna go around the bow, and I'll show you the pink house and what that was, what that looks like. I forgot the history on it. I forgot. Don't kill me. I'm just showing you one of the largest preserved Victorian homes in the world. See this right here? See that house? I forgot what that fucking house. I forgot what it is. I don't know what they use it for. I think you can go in there now. John Jones v. Holohan. I wish I could see that. In July 1970, Mars, James, and Tracy applied for marriage. Jefferson County clerk denied. Jones and Knight. I can't see. I can't read all of that. But anyway, that's the pink house. Forgot the history on the pink house. But yeah, that's a staple out here for some reason. I forgot what it was. Why it's a staple, but it is. But wouldn't it be crazy to live over here? Knowing the history about this place, we going back down for sure. Because I want to go out that way. Don't know who this guy is, but I know they carved him out of a tree. But anyway. Yes, there's crazy history over here, man. Crazy history. You wouldn't even think that it's that much history just on that road alone. I'll definitely put up, I can't see shit. Looking this way. Don't want to go too close to the city because we have a thing called World Fest down there where there are a lot of vendors and things are cooking and food and people and traffic. So I'm staying out towards the east end and I'll make my way back from there. But yeah, that's not the full, but it's close. Definitely close. Definitely close to what the East End is all about. See that? That's why you don't just barge out there. You don't know who the fuck and where the fuck cars is coming from down here. Yeah, that's old Louisville. This all is old Louisville. All of these houses is hundreds and hundreds of years old. Hundreds of years old. I wish I could. I remember I went to a bar right there one time. Over to my left where these people sitting down and eating, the tavern. And I had this, one of my ex-girlfriends. They had like karaoke night. And this dude could really sing, right? He was singing like a motherfucker. And he started singing to her. And we got in a big ass fight, bro. Big ass fight. I want to go down one of these alleys to show you. But that's not what we're talking about right now. We got a huge fight over that. I didn't like that dude singing to her. Oh, look at that place. The Granville Pub. I would love to go in there. Get me something to drink and shit. It's a wreck right here. Holy. See what I'm saying? There's wrecks everywhere, man. Wrecks everywhere. But yeah, old Louisville, it's look, all of this stuff, all of these houses are part of old Louisville. But anyway, we're gonna end it, man. That's a little bit of history, a little bit of sightseeing of what East Louisville looks like with all the Victorian homes and Louisville campus. be back at y'all again with another video, man. I'm gonna go home and then I'm gonna go back down to the World Fest and give me something. I might take my camera, get a little bit of footage of that. But yeah, man, y'all already know what it is. Wheezy, baby. Mouth this motherfucker.